You join me in a Dacia Sandero, which when you click this video, it's probably not what you were expecting to see when you click an Aston Martin clutch review. This is a hire car. We're on our way to Bamford Rose now to collect the new clutched Aston Martin V8 Vantage S. It's an interesting one because I needed a clutch. It was due, meaning this isn't an upgrade. It was necessary. But I'm going to try and give my impressions of the clutch in terms of whether it is worth the upgrade in comparison to what my stock clutch was like. Whereas, like me, if you needed the clutch regardless, then you have lots of options. You can either go for the budget option of the Velocity AP clutch, which is £3,600, or mine is £4,300. Got a few other things done as well. I got the geometry done, and also apparently my primary cat was on the way out, so I've needed to get that done. I'm a little bit nervous about it being a bit too loud, because if you remove cats, it makes the car louder, and I don't want the car louder. My neighbors already probably hate me starting that car up early in the morning anyway, so I'm a bit nervous about that. Has it ruined the car? And also a little bit nervous about the clutch as well, not because am I going to hate it, but like there's so much expectation on it because people say it transforms the car, and I'm a bit of a gearbox snob. I like fast shifting, engaging cars, so that's what I'm going to be looking for. And is it going to be engaging? I don't need it to be super fast and responsive. I just want it to be engaging and kind of unleash the power of the car. So the next clip you're going to see is going to be us in the V8 Vantage S starting it up. So we're at Bamford Rose. We're just about to drive away in first impressions of the clutch. So I'm going to drive away in manual, actually. And yeah, let's see how it goes.
I hate it.
He's just told us that from factory it's actually now up to 10 to 12 grand to get a clutch if you wanted to go to a main dealer. That's insane. Strange thing is about
going left, right?
No, it's getting confused. It's definitely right.
Okay.
While I'm waiting to pull out, the thing about your clutch being low on an Aston Martin is it's a bit like range anxiety on an electric car, in a sense where your consequence of running out is so bad it terrifies you.
Is it like when I owned a Range Rover and I never knew when it was going to break down?
Yeah. God, that's so much louder. Instantly, I think the manifolds are louder. Initial gear changes?
They're right.
They're all right, yeah.
Definitely better. Like,
yeah.
It used to be super clunky.
It's very, yeah.
It's pretty responsive.
It's super smooth. Super smooth. I would say that is my initial impression. It's not like it's lost that lurch to it.
Yeah, I quite liked the lurch.
Yeah, but you can still pretend it's there and just like lift, you know?
Yeah, okay. You're like, shut up, I just spent £6 grand.
I know. So yeah, initial impressions are interesting. It's like, it's not, I thought it was going to be like 430 Scuderia, the Maserati we drove, the Stradale, where it's like, there's got a bit of a kick there. It's not. It's more...
It was more like that before.
Yeah, it's a smoother gearbox. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive for about an hour, come back to you, and then give you some more kind of more in-depth thoughts on it.
Right indicator there's a bulb failure.
Ah.
Yeah.
Half an hour each in now, and safe to say we've been absolutely ragging it. Maddie's just had a bulb failure light come on while rugging it.
As if I caused that.
I'm not saying you caused it. I'm just saying you were driving at the time of it coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie has a really good reputation of things breaking when she's behind the wheel of people's cars. It's quite phenomenal how that happens. But anyway, this is Aston Martin life. I've just come to accept that things are going to break. And it's bulb failure, which I don't know which one yet, but they are LEDs. It said it was the indicator, which are LEDs. So if it has completely gone, then that's going to need sending to someone to fix, which is going to be expensive. But that's Aston Martin life. Clutch-wise. So, firstly, actually, we'll start with the manifold. It is loud. I've got used to it. I don't know about you. This is on loud mode now. I've got used to it as we're driving.
I've got used to it. On motorways, it's not nice, but...
We can switch it down here. So we've got a switch installed underneath where it's discreet. And we can tone down the noise a bit now. I think when you release the throttle, it'll change. Then also the subframe bolts weren't tightened. They weren't up to torque. And supposedly that has made a difference to the car, and we feel a difference to the car. And I can't decide what, but there were no handling changes apart from... He didn't do the geometry. There were no handling changes to the car apart from that, and it does feel more nippy and more solid. Like there's less flex in the body when you're going left and right. Clutch-wise, my conclusion is at low RPM, it's not much different from stock. You still need to lift slightly to get a smoother shift. And
I disagree. I think it's really different.
You do?
Yeah.
Go on.
You don't... The car feels easier to drive. You feel like you can take risks with it and push it more. However...
Because of the clutch.
It doesn't feel as mechanical.
Yeah.
So it feels a little bit more like an automatic, where it's very smooth and you can't feel those gear changes.
Yeah.
Which it was not like before. Before you were fully flung forward and back.
Yeah.
So I think it's really different.
Interesting.
And it's not a bad thing, it's not a good thing, it's just a different driving experience to what it was before.
Yeah.
So I think it's just personal preference.
But once you get up in the higher revs, I think you do get that level of engagement. I think you do get flung. There is a kick, I think.
Yeah,
it's not as big.
Though.
No, it's not as big. So it does take that kick out.
Which makes it more
usable.
Usable. Like if you're tired, you're still happy to jump in it. Whereas before, it was a tiring driving experience.
It was a chore.
Yeah, but it was also still really fun because you felt like you were fully controlling the car.
Yeah.
Whereas here, it does feel like you can mess up quite easily and it's just gonna survive.
And one of the observations I made as we've been driving is both of us have been kind of ragging the car a lot more than we did when we used to drive it. So I noticed that when you first get in, because it's revving faster, you're kind of encouraged to rev the car out. Yeah. Before, it didn't feel like a car that wanted to rev out much. You kind of felt like it would do it, but it doesn't really want to do it. It would rather stay at like 4,000, 5,000 RPM. But now, it's really wanting to go all of the time, and you kind of don't feel like as guilty. It feels more natural to the car now to be revving it out. And automatic mode, I would say that it still is a bit lurchy. I haven't tried it in non-sport mode at the moment, just sport mode automatic, and it does lurch through the gears. It's definitely not a case of being able to just set and forget and drive it like a normal automatic. You could just, again, drive it around town in automatic mode if you have to, going from first to second. And also, well, that's it really. That's the only time I'd ever use automatic. Pulling away is still very much the same. It's still kind of, you still feel it getting the biting point.
Not as much.
No.
Definitely not as much.
Yeah.
Which makes roundabouts a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, fair,
you
true.
Just go into it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does bring the clutch up a bit quicker, I'd say. Yeah, true. But that's it for now. And that's first impressions. I'm going to do a full review of it at some point when I've got used to the car, tried it in different scenarios, and then I'm also, the next upgrade for this car is going to be some bucket seats. I don't know when, but that'll be the next video really for this car, is finding the best aftermarket bucket seats, because I do find these a bit uncomfortable, so I'd rather improve that. So subscribe if you're not already, drop it a like if you found this useful, and we'll keep you updated on the progress.